5 minutes.
Your awareness may be powerful enough to control your instincts. Your instinct will be to remove your hand from the box.
It's your girl Meesh, and welcome to another episode of the LUV MEESH Podcast. And welcome to part 2 of self-reflect, the mirroring effect, as I should say. So before I continue, I was journaling, and as I was journaling, I was seeing mirror, I was seeing reflect. Like, I was getting these messages way before the podcast. This first entry is going to be February 19th, 2022. And y'all see we already in March. But can I just say, if this is your first time listening, hey love, welcome to the LUV MEESH Podcast. I hope there is a message in here for you. If you're a returning listener, then hey love, we're gonna pick it up and continue on with our part 2. But can I just say, we have some milestones that we have accomplished, and I am so proud of y'all. So we are at 7.2 thousand plays. Yes, honey. We have about 16 active listeners, and sometimes it'll be one person listen, sometimes it'll be 2, 3, 4, 5, but the average is about 5, and then it gets up to like 87, 79, 76. So I don't know where those high peaks be coming from, but honey, I hope the messages are going all the way around the world and, touching my soul sisters and brothers, because we are all learning. And what I am discovering is that we are all on different paths, learning different things, but we're sharing with each other, so no one is left behind. And that's just the most amazing part for me, because we can't learn every goddamn thing, but together we can share, and that's how it's done. So we're going to continue with self-reflect, mirroring. And these are just snippets of what I'm learning. Of course, you can take any of these topics and just, keep learning and discovering your whole life. It will never end. It is sap on this table. The bees is out. I love coming outside when I get off and just soaking up the sun rays. I am really like a flower. I'm sure if I do a past life regression, I was like a flower, just flowing in the wind, at peace with the animals. Just being, just existing. And now here I am, a whole human. But the clouds, they just keep coming. Like, it's literally, I hope the sun stay out and that big cloud just go away. Y'all know they be making clouds. Okay, so there was something else I wanted to say. Self-respect has been kicking my ass. I have been getting the messages like, Spirit what? I even listened to my sister podcast. Check her out, These Pieces of Love. I be sharing her too. You have something, I be sharing you. Business, website page, podcast, I be sharing. I sure do. And she was mentioning how I'm not the only one in my family that's lost a baby. It's very common, but it's not something that people really talk about. And I guess they just kind of move on because they have kids and, life moves on. But I guess for me, it was more in my face because it hasn't moved on. So it's almost like a revolving memory for me. Because it hasn't been replaced with something else, so to speak. Not that it could ever be replaced, but just hearing her whole message, I was like, oh my God. Like, I always say, like, no one understands. Like, I don't even want to talk to people because you don't understand. Like, I don't want to talk to you. You don't get it. But her whole podcast is like, she gets it. She understands. Again, it's just the topics that we don't talk about. So as I've been getting messages about self-respect, Spirit has been kicking my ass. Like, I have been shown, how do you say it? Childhood abuse, sexual abuse. I've been looking at YouTube and TED Talks on that, and therapy. Like, therapy has changed, y'all. You can go on YouTube and listen to a whole therapeutic session. They'll recommend books and all. Like, if you can't afford the talk space and all that good stuff right now, that's fine. But Source has set it up so well that the books are there, the podcasts are there, the audio books are there. The question is, honey, do you want to heal or not? Okay? Heal or not. And the people be leaving their cash app and stuff, so you can sprinkle, bless them, because money is energy. And it's just like, oh my God. I think we just have to come to a point of knowing what we need to fix and then moving towards fixing it. Sometimes you just don't even know where to begin. So I get that too. Come on, Mr. Sign. Push through. You're stronger than that cloud. Come on. Me and Mr. Sun be talking. So yeah, it's probably going to take me a minute before I tap onto that. But just like journaling more and more, childhood trauma. I even had like an experience last week, and it really made me upset. And I talked to my parents about it, and I got a whole new perspective on that. And it's just like, just learning to listen to my feelings and my emotions, and listen to myself, bitch. It's just been interesting. So I can't wait to get on respect. Coming up next, hot off the press. Okay, so let's continue with self-reflect mirroring. I had an email from Luna and Soul. I just love them so much. They're really like my spiritual godmother and godfather, if you want to be honest. Their page basically has everything. I can read articles and articles and articles and articles for days. Like, I feel like in the future they're going to start doing YouTubes and having classes and stuff. But right now they're on their, emails and blogs and stuff like that right now, which I appreciate. So it says keyword mirroring. Your consciousness is a reflection. Your consciousness is reflected in your relationship. So I just paused. I was like, what? My consciousness is reflected in my relationships. And I was thinking about all the relationships that I have, whether they were romantic or family or friends. And I was like, my consciousness. And I was like, oh my God. It was definitely an eye-opener. It says, we see in others what we internally possess. So what you see in others is what you see in yourself. Again, mirror, reflection. So I wrote something. When I look at my parents, the mirror that I see is between me and spirit. How I love spirit and how we'll be together no matter what throughout all time. Just as my parents and their marriage. When I look at my siblings, and the mirror that I see between me and spirit is that spirit is here for me whenever it's called upon, but it has other souls to care for as well. So when I look at me and my sibling, we're always going to be there for each other. If we call each other, we'll like drop whatever we're doing to meet each other's needs. That's why I just love siblings so much. Friends are great, but if your friends can move to that sibling phase, it's just like nothing compares. But they still have families and responsibilities and kids. Same with spirit. So I'm able to look at me and my siblings and then look at me and spirit. And they reflect together. And then I was looking at my friends, and the mirror that I saw between me and my friends and me and spirit is that I wasn't as spiritual as I thought I was. My actions didn't really match up to what my lips spoke. And I feel like now my friendships will change to match my vibration. I used to travel all the time just to like party, drink, have a good time. Now I'm wanting to go on spiritual retreats, to learn reiki, to heal, to regroup. So I'll still be traveling. It'll just be a different type, and it'll be around different types of friends, I guess. I also noticed that I have been in a place of peace, like no drama. I don't know what anybody's doing. I don't know anybody's business, and I honestly could care less. It's just so peaceful that way. I don't know why we spend so much time worrying about what other people are doing or what they will or won't decide to do. It's just exhausting, if you ask me. Just handling me alone is enough, honey. And no, I don't have heartache. I don't have pain. It's just spirit in me. And you know what? It could be honestly stay like this. Like, peace, honey. Peace. All right. So that was one. I'm going to get another journal too, because I'm about to tap into these emotions, and that's going to be something else altogether. So this is from Messages from God, All Day Devotion. Did I write the day on this one? Same day. Same day? Same day. Okay, so God wants you to know that you are beautiful, even when you feel ugly, guilty, ashamed. You have an inner spark in you, which is light. This light is your beauty reflection of God, child of God. Thus, you are beautiful. And so, again, I put, I am a reflection of God, and others are a reflection of me. So, again, I can't get away from reflection. So, even if I do have some negative qualities, because no one's perfect, right? God will still focus on the bright spark and just glorify that and magnify that, because that's who God knows that you are, your core. And so that's just reminding me that when I look at others, I'll see a lot of flaws, because I can't even help it. But to just tune in to the little spark that I see and encourage that spark and magnify that spark, because that's who that person is at their core. They just may not, be acting at its full potential yet. I guess the best way I can explain that is when you have a seed, like let's say a pine seed. Inside that little seed, there's a big ass oak tree that's gonna house squirrels and birds and bugs and bees and who knows what else. It's gonna, grow tall and may even become historic where no one can cut it down, whatever. But the point is, you can either look at it as a little tiny seed, like what is this little seed, or you can see the greatness within. So I was like, okay, Spirit, I hear you. But sometimes, depending on the emotion, it'd be like, nah, all I see is bullshit in front of me. So I thought that was interesting. God focuses on your light and your beauty. Remember to extend that same grace out to others. Let's keep going. Y'all, if y'all see this journal, I'm almost done. I showed my mom. Like, I'm literally, oh, come on, Mr. Sun. I'm literally almost done. As soon as a cloud comes over the sun, I just dread it. Like, come on. Where is the sun? Now, I folded some tabs. Let me go to my tabs. I'm sorry, y'all. I folded the pages so I wouldn't forget. So this is from, I think this is another day. Fast forward. This was from, did I put the date? February 28th, 2022, Monday. Daily Om. Taking sound chances. Consider the consequences of your actions. Take the time to count the cost and make better choices. Reflect on the choices you are willing to take that could help you avoid problems. Think. What can you realistically achieve? Be excited to jump into the unknown, but you must do so with sound judgment. Do not do it without such judgment. That's going to cause mistakes and poor choices. Take positive risk, basically, and make wise choices, and you'll have new beneficial horizons. So that I put that for Reflect Podcast, and that's what I mean by one little word, reflect, will stick out, and that whole message, it just wants me to tune into that whole message. So I'm usually impulsive, but Spirit is pulling me in to, count the cost a little more. And I'll always hear my dad say that, like, count the cost. Because I really want to quit my job right now. But the cost would be, I want to pay my car off and, other responsibilities. It's not really the wisest thing to do. So, yeah. Reflect. Count the cost. Let's see. I hear you, spirits. Your girl ain't just gonna up and quit. I'm gonna thug it out. Let's see. What day was this one? This one was on. I even went back over the universal laws, y'all. Let me see. And I'm want to start making myself little cards on everything, I swear. Okay, so that was reflect. So I guess it's the same date. I don't see another date. So either I forgot to put the date or... Okay, so let's see. Daily allowing your soul to shine. So you see we was talking about shine before. They go shine again. And let me see. This is funny. When we hide and try to be invisible or unseen, we're only really hiding from ourselves. Crawling under a rock and hiding from the world. Not to be seen when we are feeling very hurt, angry, or simply weary of the world. And while we may console ourselves or defensively say we're shy or introverted or a loner, we're just actually hiding from ourselves. Because if other people are reflections of us, if you are me and I am you, we all are each other and we all are God. It's literally just like they say, hiding from yourself, right? But you're also hiding your light. Don't hide, radiate, and illuminate that light to the world. We dim our light of the universe. When we hide, we dim our light from the universe. And we deprive people around us of the unique gifts and talents that we have to share. We are here to serve the planet. We have a responsibility to the community. And we are beings of light. And we have to light the way for each other. Light, mirror, reflect, all of these are kind of the same to me. So I have been in a place of solitude. I feel like Spirit is telling me there are people that have been assigned in my universe that I am supposed to be sparking. And to just make my spark available, which I have been, reaching out to people. I'm just being more cautious and protective of my energy and my space. I know more about myself. I know that I'm very sensitive. I'm learning boundary, a whole bunch of stuff. It's so interesting. How little people know about about themselves. Like, we just focus on external our whole lives. So when you really sit down and internalize everything and focus on you will be amazed at what you discover. But if people can't respect how sensitive I am and show up for me in that light, then I will respectfully, not allow them in my space. That is a boundary. I think I'll leave that for the next. I'll leave that for respect. That's a whole respect podcast. So yeah, people that really, really love and care for you, they'll show up for you. I'll just say this. I remember one time my sister would do everything with me. Club Friday, church Sunday, club Sunday, work Monday. We just always was together. Two peas in a pie. I'll go see a guy. She coming right along with me. I went to prom. My sister went to prom with me. Okay. That's bae. That's really I feel like sometimes family members are soul flames, twin flame, whatever. And I don't think it always has to be romantic or a family. Because I have a lot of those and I love them to pieces. And when we hurt each other, it's a different kind of hurt. It's not like a destroy hurt. I feel like that's how you know when a relationship is divine. Is it may hurt you, but it'll help you grow. It won't rip you to shit reds. That's, to me, that's one sign that wasn't even a path you should have took, because it wasn't supposed to hurt or change you that way. Because just think about this. Jesus was walking around giving parables in a childlike manner. He could have innocently be like, you heathens, you're going to hell, get it together. But that wasn't going to win anybody. It was the truth, was it not? But it wasn't going to win everybody over. It's not what you say, it's how you say things. And if you know a person, then you know how to say things to them. So I'm going to get back to my sister. I remember one time I asked her to do, come do this, da-da-da. She was just like, no. And I'm like, why? She's like, no is an answer all by itself. Kind of looked at her, because I'm like, this is not my sister. Who are you, or where is she? And I just didn't even know what to do or how to do, because I've never expected that. But I learned. She taught me my first boundary. I still love you, but I'm not going. And I will accept invitations that I want to accept, for me, not for the sake of you. I'm like, because I'll be tired and somebody will ask me to do something and I'll go. But I'm learning, no, I don't want to do that. So, anyways. So, okay, Spirit. Don't dull my light. Shines. The people that you're sending to me that may need something. Tell them to tread lightly because I ain't with the bullshit. Okay, let's see. Daily judgment versus opinion. Let's see. I don't want to run out of time here. Judgment versus opinion. Let me see what I put on here. Judgment closes us down, where opinion leaves an open-heartedness where you're open to change. Judge is negative. It's a negative emotional experience. It's so funny. I hear you, Lord. Learn to distinguish inner guidance from having an opinion from judgment, okay? Not listening to our intuition. When you judge, whether good or bad, people can shut down. But when you offer an opinion, people are open for further debate. It's healthy to be open to information and allow ourselves to process that information, remain open and fluid. So what I took away from that was you could be so stuck on your point of view, your way of life, whatever, that it's very hard to receive you. And I think you'll end up pushing a lot of people away. Jesus wasn't like that. Buddha wasn't like, none of the greats were like that. They understood that they lived, they had perfected themselves to a certain level and they lived in a flawed world. And in order to be received by the flawed people, they had to, accept them or gently guide them or, I think that takes a certain wisdom too. And everybody don't got it. So I feel like Spirit was just reminding me, because I didn't know I'm like that too. Like, essentially eating meat is cancerous. It's going to give you cancer one day and you're going to die. You can literally say that, but will that make somebody not eat meat? No. And they probably don't want to be around you or talk to you because you're so judgmental and harsh. And that's not speaking from your heart chakra. There's nothing loving in that. There's a more loving way to say that. So I'm just learning to be like, okay, let me just get more apples and fruit. How about I make you a smoothie or make a smoothie and say, hey, do you want some? How about I send you an article? There's more loving ways to minister to people. I think that's what Spirit showed me firsthand. Because it doesn't feel good, it's not received, and it's very hurtful. And I honestly feel like if we all are one and one is all, if you hurt someone, you're not on the right path. I don't think it's okay to do that. I really don't think it's okay to do that. Because I was reading a book telling me to apologize to people for how I may have hurt them, regardless of what they did to me. That means it's more about me than them. Because they could have been 100% wrong. But the fact that I even have to apologize and my wrongness to their wrongness proves that you just can't do wrong, period. Whether it's good in your eyes, whatever. I don't know. You just have to be at a higher... I'll just put it this way. If a college professor had to go teach kindergarten, he can't say, you idiots, you don't know your ABCs. He'll have to just calmly reflect back to, elementary teachings and help them babies learn the ABCs in a loving way. This is the best way I can explain it. Okay, so let me move on. I think you're going to be judged more too because you should know better. Then we have... the real truth about health, companion animals, no meat. When I had my cats, I tried to get them fruits and vegetables. They was not having it. They was waiting for me to open up that can of fish. But one lady, she was explaining how you can get vegan animals, like a rabbit or a hamster. She was like, you can also feed them brown rice and lentils. But she also mentioned, some animals may need meat. And I was just like, wow. Oh, I could have used that podcast a while ago. But what I will say is, I guess a reflection of me and animals is, if we're both going to be vegan, I can, like it says, get a rabbit or a hamster, a vegan pet. Or if I'm going to do a cat or a dog or an animal that needs meat, I can do my best to give it the most, maybe fresh meat, maybe find a local butcher and do it that way. Or, you know, if it's in the wild, I'm pretty sure wild cats be eating squirrels and stuff. And I do want my cats to be outside. I feel like inside is still like a slave, you know what I mean? Yeah, animals can be comfort and stuff, but I'm like, we around here with slaves too, just because you call it a pet. Let's see. So, yeah. And I also can see a reflection of those animals are here as spiritual beings too. They have lessons that they need to get. You know, they're here to raise the vibration and do what they need to do for the planet too. So again, you know, that's me looking at God as me looking at others as me looking at animals, plants. Like, we all really are the same. Like, we all are here being, getting our lessons, learning, growing, and evolving. And I think, was that it? No, I got a few more, y'all. And what date was this? What date was this? What date was this? What date was this? Thank you, Mr. Sun. This is March 5th, 2022, Saturday. This is... I was listening to I don't know where I got this from, but it says vision. Your thoughts reflect and create your reality. Make sure your inner matches your external habits. How do you wish to live? Change doesn't have to be perfect. Reflect on your goals and explore whether they are realistic or soul aligned or perfection ego aligned. Have a deep vision. Be mindful of your deepest needs and desires and honor them. Reflect on one simple daily action to make your deeper inner vision a reality this week. So I feel like Spirit is telling me, I've been really trying to get my business off the ground, but although I had that in my heart, it wasn't the right business. Lip gloss was not it. I just didn't know. I knew I was supposed to be a CEO boss babe, but it's not going to be lip gloss. The more I grow spiritually, I'm going to have a spiritual business. And it's so funny. Sharita is growing. Oh, my God. Look at this cloud. It's dark and gray. Come on, Mr. Sun. And I know she's going to be less and less available. But I feel like she's going to feed her babies so much so that they're going to be able to bloom. And I feel like I'm going to be, you know, her group, her tribe is going to be the baby that she grow. And I feel like we all are going to blossom into our spiritual businesses. But I feel like God is telling me to hone into the vision. I don't want to speak on it. I'm learning to not speak on it, to just do. I'm so excited for the relaunch, the rebrand, the everything. I reached out to my cousin. She said she'll be more than happy to, you know, hear my ideas and, you know, guide me in the right area. I have Sharita as my spiritual guide, but also she's offering, you know, business. So I always shout out Ratchet Oracle. Look her up on YouTube. If you, let me see if I got her. Let me shout out her link tree for those listening. Hold on. So you can go get her link tree before she become booked and busy, babe. Let's see. Sharita. Her link tree is linktree /Afua Nasua AFUANSOWAA. All her stuff is on there. But it was like, reflect on your goals. Are they soul aligned? Like, this new vision I have is soul aligned, baby. Okay. That's how you know it's going to succeed, when it's soul aligned. And I just cannot wait. I'm not going to rush it. I'm going to take my time. And I just cannot wait to give birth to that baby, okay? So I guess to me, I feel like that was Spirit confirming that I have the green light. It's a go to just, one daily action. That's all Spirit want me to do. One daily action. And I received that. Okay, so let's see. Is this the same day? Same day. Self-reflection from YouTube. I got a lot from YouTube, y'all. I think I got a little bit more. I got 2 more after this. A lot of people were saying when you look at people and you see something you don't like, it's a trigger. But the trigger's for you, not for them. A lot of times when we react, it's because we're reacting off of how they triggered us. But the trigger is really for you. So we just been doing this thing all wrong. We're supposed to say, okay, reflection received. Let me go internalize this and improve myself. No, we want to improve the other person, but it's not about them. I bet this is a whole fucking spaceship. Where did this come from? Out of nowhere? We got a whole spaceship over the house. Out of nowhere. That is not no damn cloud. That is not no damn cloud. Okay, let's see. Self-reflect. Take some time. One guy was talking about how he lost his dad. It made him self-reflect. And sometimes death will do that. Every time someone dies, the pastor comes to the altar, get your life together. Okay, that's a form of reflection too. But sometimes it's like, dang, you may have lost a sibling. Let me get closer with my siblings. My mom just told me one of the Braxtons died, Tracy. I'm like, what? My grandma finna be 77. Something is wrong. Why are we leaving this earth before the elders? Something is wrong with that picture. Talking about throat cancer. And I got so upset. I was like, I know we go to the store and buy this stuff on our own, but these companies are selling it to us and they're not getting any jail time. Now, if I go commit murder right now, they're going to throw my ass in jail. But you're making millions and you're committing murder at the same time and you don't get no jail time. Like, what? I don't understand. Anyways, he mentioned how when his father passed away, his reflection was leaving a legacy is more important than anything you could ever do. And I feel like my business will be my legacy. The YouTubes and podcasts that I leave behind, like these are my legacies. The ebooks that I make, okay, because they're going to live beyond you. So whatever his dad left, whether it's art, a book, a movie, whatever, it's going to stay for generations to come. But if nothing was put out and we all are creators, it's going to die with you. If that seed was still in you, it's going to die with you. So you have to plant them just the same way I was talking about pine tree. The same way that pine tree dropped them pine cones so they can grow and grow and keep growing. That pine tree is leaving its legacy. I got a whole pot full of flowers and I don't know where them flowers came from. One of these flowers left a legacy. Like nature be teaching us too. Let's see. Someone else was saying finding fault in others is easy, but we're so blind to our own faults. When others trigger us or agitate us, or we feel like we're being respected, deep down that's a message. Let's see. One man was saying he hated liars so much. Oh my gosh, people lie. And he was just being so judgmental. And he really sat down and he thought about it. And he saw his own flaws. And it may not have been a fable lie, but in some extent, it was a reflection for him. Don't put others down just to build yourself up. That's judging and criticizing, and that keeps coming to me a lot. I'm going to be very mindful to make sure that I'm not tearing anybody down, judging or criticizing them, because at the end of the day, Universe has already just shown me you have to apologize. That's karma. If karma had a number, you know what? They got us focused on money. Don't worry about what's in your bank account. Worry about your karma and dharma account. Okay? Now, see, I'm a projector. I be sprinkling ideas. Watch. Somebody gonna do that. Just watch. You heard it here first. Your dharma account, which is your good deeds, and your karma account, which is your negative deeds. Now, if only we could see you done cut somebody out 100 karma. May take you 2 life cycles to clear it up. I bet you we would do this whole life thing differently. They just got us focusing on the wrong thing. Let's see. As someone else was saying, stop projecting onto others what you should be acknowledging within yourself. Focus on yourself. Too much time on others and not enough time on yourself. That's my main message. I ain't worrying about what nobody else got going. Do you hear me? M to the E. Accept people, love people, be kind to people, be patient with people. No one is perfect. Life is a very long process. Some are getting it faster than others. It takes time to reflect, undress, discover, relearn, resolve, and grow and discover. And just notice what others are showing you, because it's not about them, it's about you. So we should be saying thank you for my reflections, okay? And that's why I got to go back and redo my book, because that's really what it was about. My mama is a whole garden fairy and she don't even know it. Let me see, what day is this from? Teal Swan. Take the opportunity to learn the lesson, resolve the root problem, or more and more symptoms will pop up over and over. If that's not my message, okay? I'm finally taking the opportunity to learn the lesson, resolve my root problems, whether people understand or not. Because I'm tired of this shit popping up over and over again, okay? So I really heard that message loud and clear. And it goes back to childhood and just, starting from the beginning and reparenting myself and learning different things and adding different things in my life and just showing up at my best higher self and blocking things that no longer serve me, saying no, putting up those boundaries, and just only allowing people around me that are supposed to be. It's a lot of dead weight and baggage that goes back to childhood wounds and triggers. So it's been a journey, but I am putting the pieces together and I am seeing the puzzle clearly. I think this may be the last one, y'all. When did I do this? Saturday, February 12th, 2022. I am Mantra. I am reclaiming my life and my magic, my truth and my power. I am Mantra. I am grateful that everything is now working out better than I can imagine. I guess what Spirit is trying to tell me is that with me pausing and reflecting, things will be better than ever before. It will allow more magic in by walking and standing in my truth and claiming my power. And that all came from looking in the goddamn mirror Not literally. I mean, yeah, you can do it literally, but spiritually, okay? Spiritually reflect. Spiritually look in the mirror. Spiritually, it's all about spirit, period. But yeah, that was my reflection. Let me see if I had any other notes. Oh, and y'all, I was going over the this is not so much to do with the reflection, but I was telling y'all about Loner Wolf. They were talking about reparenting yourself and your younger child. I boohoo cried going over that. And I just learned so much from a dang on blog. And yeah, if you get a chance, just check out Loner Wolf and just keep going. It's 300 plus articles, journals that you could buy, self-growth, YouTube. It's all about spirit for me. I am spiritually growing and developing, and because we're not going to be on this earth forever, but one thing for certain, two things for sure, you are a spirit, and you're going to get into that spirit world and going to be lost as hell. So I hope you take some time to grow spiritually, because that's what it is about. Your spiritual bank account going to be empty as hell. What if it's 1 million spiritual bucks to get to the next phase and your ass ain't collect shit while you was here? I'm gonna need you to get busy and stop collecting them earthly dollars and collect them spiritual dollars. But she was saying, listen to the needs of your mind, of your body, of your heart, of your souls through self-care, self-love. So I added self-reflection because I've been listening to everything else but me, you know. So yeah, self-reflection. It was so beautiful. So beautiful. And it's something with these dreads, y'all. Y'all might want to grow dreads, because I be getting messages all the time now. I just be like, okay, let me write this down. It'd be so much. But I'm grateful for it. I welcome it, and I'm going to keep sharing. All right, I will catch you guys on the next episode. Thank you for listening. I done added something else. Watch it. Oh, I'm going to keep adding stuff. Hold on. My mama's so funny. Okay, so let's see. I done wrote something else. How do I end it? So it's 7.9 billion people in the world, yet you met me, and it's not by happen chance. It is a divine meeting. May we guide each other well. I feel like, just like this podcast will talk about reflections in the mirror, so that we each have something to share. So if I meet somebody for breakfast, lunch, dinner, it don't matter if it's a restaurant, out to eat, podcast, blog, YouTube, however the universe connects us, that's a divine meeting, and you're supposed to get something from that. So if I added, this is the new thing, if life is like a school, what lessons did you learn today? What class did you take today? Did you pass or fail a test or pop quiz? If so, it's okay. Failing allows you to restudy an area that you're weak in so that you can try again better and better. Better than ever. Better than before and past. Keep learning, evolving, and spreading love. I hope you see the fruits of your labor. Namaste, lavaste, and always vibe high, babe. And even if you don't, it's okay. Feel the emotions, journal, get therapy, whatever you need to do. Don't wallow. Come back out. And remember to be a wave. Go with the flow. I will catch you guys on the next episode. Bye. Thanks a million for listening. There's a million podcasts in the world. You clicked on this one, little on this one, to hear what I have to say. I hope universe has a special message for you. You can reach me on Linktree at /love.meesh. I hope you have a better than great day. Love ya. Talk to you later. Bye.
You all come to us young people for hope. How dare you? You have stolen my dreams and my childhood with your empty words. And yet, I'm one of the lucky ones. People are suffering. People are dying. Entire ecosystems are collapsing. We are in the beginning of a mass extinction, and all you can talk about is money and fairy tales of eternal economic growth. How dare you?